Okay, I just realized I probably could have had some of that video playing on my stream starting screen. So maybe I'll have that done for next week. Hi guys, Geek Devotions, Paladin Pirate, how are y'all doing this evening? Yeah, I'm on 3. Okay, so where we left off, I was getting my butt handed to me by, what did we call it? Evil Bell Sprout? Okay, I do actually have to start the recording real quick, so let me get that part done, guys. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cellcast Presents Untangling Kingdom Hearts. Tonight, well, hopefully I'll defeat the Parasite Cage, which is like the next thing I still have to do. And I'll be able to talk more about it, but then, or at least the scenes after that, and then I have a choice that I will be letting my chat room that I'm decide which direction we're going. Okay. Let's go defeat the Parasite Cage. Watch, I will probably do it first time this time. Go easy, but wear a Mountie hat. Because I'm jumping? It's not like I'm in Canada, unless you're saying there are parasites in Canada I don't know about. I'm not following Geek Devotions.
Hey, let Pinocchio go, Riku.
Yeah, Riku.
A puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi.
Maybe.
How about it, Sora? Let's
Maybe
join
not.
forces to save her. We can do it together. What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
Heart or no heart, at least he still has a conscience.
This is a weird
Conscience.
line. A puppet that has no heart.
You might not hear it, but right now it's loud and clear. And it's telling me you're on the wrong side.
Then you leave me no choice.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Jiminy, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I guess I'm okay.
Okay, I didn't get that joke until like the last episode. I didn't catch that he lied. And his nose grew. I think I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm okay actually, because apparently I lied. All right. Now smash it in the head. Stay out of the ooze. Donald actually healed me. Will wonders never cease? Ah. Come on. Haha, you missed. Donald, why did you hit him? Ah! Okay, so I didn't beat him first time. I was making good progress. Come on, evil Bellsprout. Okay. Thank goodness for skip scene. Unlike when I originally played this game. Like Goofy said, come on.
Come on.
And apparently, like Sora said too. And are you done? Okay, good.
Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
We're down to green. Green is visible.
Come on.
We're still technically on yellow. So Donald is down. Goofy's alive.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Okay, knocking it. We're on the final health bar. Ha. Ow! Barnacles, I got poisoned. Ah! Almost! There we go! Geek Devotions, that is actually the Keyblade I'm using, is the one from Aladdin.
Riku! Riku, where are you?
Attained the power of time. Learned magic spell stop. Sora is now a Time Lord.
So, Kairi's like a lifeless puppet now?
Precisely.
And her heart was...
Taken by the heartless, no doubt.
Or was it?
Tell me, what can I do?
There are 7 maidens of the purest heart.
Okay,
We
first
call
time we've
them the princesses of heart.
heard
Gather
it
them
7.
together, and a door will open to the heart of all worlds. Within lies untold wisdom.
Okay, hang on. I gotta hit some of the things before I forget. So, after you defeat the Parasite Cage, which basically comes down to hit the top of its head, keep from getting the poison breath, and then when the cage part opens up, slash the dark energy in its bottom mouth, stomach mouth, cage, whatever you call that bottom bulb. Do that until the health bar goes down to 0, and then the game will continue. Riku has disappeared, as we know, and Sora and Donald and Goofy are got to get out of the stomach, as that's where they are, in a hurry, in a very big hurry. But before we get to find out what happens to them, we go to the scene shifts to Maleficent and Riku with Kairi's body on board Captain Hook's pirate ship. And she's basically explaining to Riku what's going on. Mentions that, Kairi's heart is gone, and her body is missing its heart. Which, all things considered, well, there's both an interesting little continuity issue here and also not, but I can't explain it yet. So let's just continue from there. When Riku is still trying to figure out what he's going to do, he asks Maleficent, and Maleficent says, okay, there are 7 maidens of pure heart that we call the princesses of heart. Okay. We're back to the princesses. So, and now we know that there are 7 of them, which, if I may remind you, well, actually, we haven't met a lot of them. We know that Alice is one of the ones they've captured, which is weird because she's not a princess. And Jasmine's one of the ones that was captured. She at least is a princess because she's the daughter of a sultan. And presumably the other, we know that if we did Deep Jungle before Wonderland, we would have seen it was Snow White who was captured. So probably Snow White, we haven't seen it yet, but probably Cinderella and probably Aurora and probably Belle, and that would actually take care of the 4 princess platforms that were in the introduction area, the Dive to the Heart. So now we know probably 6 of these characters, which are, of course, Snow White, Cinderella, Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, Belle, plus Alice, still odd, and Princess Jasmine. So, that's 6. Who's the 7th? Hey, Andy, how are you doing? For those who don't know, Andy is part of Rushmore Show. He is, and they are part of our Culture Box Media Network, which I'm a part of. So is Geek Devotions, I should point out. And if you need if you're looking for good podcasts to listen to and things like that, go check them out. Geek Devotions asks, is Sally the 7th? If I tell you who the 7th is, Geek Devotions, whether it's her or Ariel or anybody else, I mean, those two kind of make some sense, or anybody else for that matter, that would be a spoiler. Geek Devotions. That may have just spoiled a little bit of it stuff. Let's continue the scene.
There you will surely find a way to recover Kyrie's heart. Now, I'll grant you a marvelous gift. The power to control the heartless.
Remember, folks, in a Disney movie,
Kyrie.
the color of lime green is the color of evil. Oh, and I can't pause this, so I'll have to wait just a second more. Monstro's about to hawk up a loogie. That is our gummy ship. I sure hope Pinocchio and Geppetto are okay. Yeah, hopefully they landed somewhere safely. Riku. Okay, and it takes us back to Aladdin. So, Maleficent explains to Riku that if they get the 7 Princesses of Heart together, he'll be able to find a way to get Kyrie's heart back to her. And to give him some hand, she decides to give him, and I quote, a marvelous gift. The power to control the heartless. And then Riku gets surrounded by evil, by energy, the color of Disney evil, which is lime green. Never forget, lime green is evil in Disney. And now that I've pointed that out, you'll never unsee it. Anyway, after that, the scene goes to Monstro hawking up a loogie that is our gummy ship. And after some talk about, I wonder what happened to Geppetto and Pinocchio. Surely they're okay. We go back. We find ourselves back in Agrabah, trying to decide whether or not we're going to where we're going next. I think my magic is as good as Donald's now. No way! Not in a million years! Why don't you go see Merlin? Work more on your magic. Oh boy. There's a tournament being held at the Colosseum. I hear there's a great reward for the winner. I did not know I was gonna have to do Chip and Dale tonight. I did that off the cuff. Oh, okay, I got some people talking in the chat. Let me back up. Backing up a little bit because I kind of didn't talk about it a second ago. Geek Devotion said, got him right after I finally took out on the parasite cage, and then he says, ah, cool. Probably in reference to something I said. Then Andy came in, says, hi, friend. Geek Devotion says, the 7 maidens a dancing? And no. Asks if Sally's the 7th, which I then pointed out that would be a spoiler if I revealed that, which to that what Geek Devotion says, lol. And then that says that Celeste just finished the Halloween Town level. That's good. And then in response to me saying that, you know, lime green is the color of evil, Geek Devotion says, does that mean that Mountain Dew is evil? No, that's just an unfortunate happenstance. Because if it were evil, then it would not keep Jacob from barking. And somehow that calms him down. Anyway. Kirk from the Rushmore Show pops in, says, hello, heyo, Cell Fam. And then Andy says, how would you feel about a Kingdom Hearts movie? I would enjoy a Kingdom Hearts movie if done well. However, I think it would be done better as a television show. Rushmore says that would be awesome. Specifically, I want Kingdom Hearts the anime. That's what I want. Kirk says, hit the like. And then Andy says, Drew voicing Chip and Dale is worth the price of admission. Well, gee, Kirk, that's mighty nice of you to say. Geek Devotion says, interesting. Yes, a TV show would be better, Andy. Yeah, there's just too much lore to really cram into one bit. So, yeah, before we continue, we should go back to see Merlin and do some catch-up. Oh, I hit the wrong button. So, now that we are able to move around the map once again, it would behoove us, as Donald and Goofy suggest, that we go back to Traverse Town and give a talk to Merlin to talk about our magic. He just says, aren't there comics or a manga? There is a manga that Tokyo Pop put out, I guess it's nearly 20 years now. I think it's only they only did 2 releases of Kingdom Hearts 1, which covered Destiny Islands up to, well, it contained everything in the first circle besides Deep Jungle. They had to skip Deep Jungle because the Tarzan copyright issue. And then they did some in Agrabah, and then for whatever reason, then they skipped to Chain of Memories. So, yeah, Geek Devotion says, bro, Tokyo Pop, are they even a thing anymore? Probably not, but they are the ones who originally did it, so, yeah, if you have any luck, that's where it's gonna be. Alright. Oh, I just saw a Trinity. Granted, on this save file, I don't actually need to get all of them, except for the funds of it, because I already have most of the Jimmy's Journal stuff taken care of in another file, and, oh, that's... Can I do that again? Well, I can't do it now, but anyway. You're making excellent progress. Here's something for your effort. Sora obtained Spellbinder. Keep it up. So yeah, you get back to Merlin and talk to him, and he gives you a new Keyblade called Spellbinder, which gets you 22 strength and 6 MP. So it's a little, if you're coming off of 3 wishes, you are actually losing strength, but you do get more MP to use magic with. So if you're much more of a magic person, that might be the way to go. And I might go that way anyway. get a protect chain on there. Okay. Check with here. Oh, another summon gem. Let's help this little one. Here we go. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Learn summon spell Dumbo. If you find any more of these stones, bring them to me. So, if you also go and talk to Fairy Godmother, she will go ahead and you probably already have another summon gem that you can go ahead and get changed out for Dumbo. So go ahead and do that. I happened to talk with her immediately afterwards, kind of to see what her idle text would be when, you know, she's not turning stones into classic Disney characters that we can use in a battle. And she does mention that her world has disappeared too, which means that's Cinderella's world. Yeah, if you didn't believe me before that might be a thing, Cinderella's world has disappeared. Probably Snow White's world has disappeared, and so probably is Princess Aurora's. So, and probably Belle's too, but we'll find that out, I guess, later. Anyway, I'm going to skip the torn page right now, but I am going to go check out over here. Need to go back to Gummy Ship, and this is the fastest way to teleport between areas on the same world. Why you can't just do that from a menu, I don't know. Geek Devotion says, looks like they have a lot of Disney stuff, but also a lot of stuff you and I likely wouldn't like. That does not surprise me. So, if you also go back to the first district, you'll note a new building has suddenly appeared in the space that was to the the back right of the accessory shop that has the name Geppetto on it, and it does look like Geppetto's house from Pinocchio. So, shall we enter? Andy says, what about Princess Leia's world? Alderaan? Unfortunately, it got blown up by a meteorite and not by an evil laser beam being shot across space. Yeah. Pinocchio? Hey, it's Sora! Well, hello, Sora. How did you get here? A man named Leon helped us. He even got us this house to live in. We have no idea how he built it so fast, as it didn't exist before we appeared here. I don't know how I'll ever repay his kindness. Say, I hear you three are fighting the Heartless. I thought I might be able to help you, so I made this. Obtain Geppetto. I just obtained an old man! For us? But of course, Pinocchio and I can't thank you enough. We'll do anything we can to help you. Seriously, what we got was a new gummy ship design called Geppetto. And to prove that, I can keep talking to him. Ah, Sora, look what I've cooked up this time. Obtained Sid. There you go. And you can keep doing this for a while because probably this time, you've actually gotten a lot of stuff. Oh, Sora, look what I cooked up this time. Obtained Cactuar. There you go. I'm not going to do that every time. I just wanted to point that out. So yeah, Geppetto and Pinocchio have somehow made it here with no real clear explanation other than somehow Leon helped. What Squall did to help them get here, I have no idea. And they even Leon even got him this house, which, considering it is Geppetto's house from the movie, and it wasn't here when we were last here. How did it get built this fast is what I would love to know. However, we do have it here. And you can talk to Geppetto, and he will give you gummy ship designs that you can then use later on if you so desire. And you might as well be continue asking him a lot, talking to him a lot, because he's got a bunch of these. And if you want all of them, which you might as well, you're going to be here a while trying to get all of these ship designs. Ooh. And the thing is, they don't tell you really what this is. They just say, oh, you've obtained the Geppetto, which makes it like, I obtained a bad? How does that work? But yeah, apparently Geppetto had got really interested in gummy blocks, and now he's going to be designing gummy ships for us. Yay! Anyway, go back to Agrabah, because now you have a decision whether we're going left or right. All right, chat. That is actually the question. From Agrabah, are we going clockwise or counterclockwise? Am I going up or am I going down? Please pick. I am leaving the choice of what world I go to next up to y'all. So please pick one. While I work my way back to Agrabah, city of mystery, enchantment. Okay, I got one for down. Andy is saying we go down and work our way past Monstro. Yeah, just so you'll know, we're either going to this world or to this world. It really does not matter which one we go to. Technically, while we have to go to one of them, they're both optional, but I'm going to go up. Okay, so we got one for going down and another for going up. I know why Dallas wants to go up. And it's not a bad choice. I will point out that up has a battle level of 6 and down has a battle level of 5. But I will tell you, since I know what both of these worlds are, this is a lot harder world because there is a difference in the controls. Dallas says, ironically, Andy is South LA and I am North. Haha. That makes sense. LA being Louisiana, of course. So, right now we're tied. Kirk, if you're still there, you could be the tiebreaker. And if not, I will pick one at random. Better food in the South. Go for it. Well, you are closer to water. That much is true. All right, unless someone else is going to make a guess, I guess I will pick one. All right, I'm gonna give y'all about 5. I'm gonna count to 5. And if nobody's giving me a tiebreaker answer, I will continue. I will make the decision myself. I will be the tiebreaker. Dallas says, "Sir, I know I live in far East Texas, but we are still the South in Shreveport." Technically true. We are not Yankees. We'll all go south. All right, I guess then we are going south. Hope y'all like seafood. So, my chat decided we are going south. I'm almost dead already. I will not be talking about, again, the gummy ship sections because, quite frankly, they're boring. But yeah, I'll see y'all once we get to the South. Southern Arkansas. I don't think I can actually go on from Monstro? I'm actually gonna try. I'm not sure. I don't remember if it makes me get swallowed up or if it'll let me continue. Yeah, there's Monstro. No, sir, more Texas than Arkansas, lol. Yeah, you're probably closer to right there. I'm about to get swallowed, aren't I? I can't even dodge. Okay. Well, at least I know how to... At least the exit's like right over here. Also, speaking of food, y'all eat Nutria down there? That's not better. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay. As we are heading to our next location, I'm trying not to spoil where I'm going. Hot? Oh, because I hit the thing. Now Monroe, yeah, they are South Arkansas. Isn't that where the Duck Dynasty people are? Are you saying they're yeah, let's face it, they are. They are Arkansans. Arkansans? That's not a word. I don't have a lot of armor, better not hit anything or I'll have to start over again. I probably should play around in the gummy editor, just so I don't have to go through as much. But we are here. And we have arrived in Atlantica. Prepare to be under the sea. So yeah, the food. There's sushi here. There's seafood. Okay, guys, prepare for landing. Land? Where? In the sea? We'll drown. Not with my magic. We won't. Just leave it to me.
Sebastian?
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
You know, I don't think Sebastian's designed for long-distance sea travel. Hey, Artsy. You missed the vote. We ended up in Atlantica.
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right, Flounder?
I don't know. There's something weird about them.
What do you mean? They do seem a little different. Where are you from? We're from kind of far away. And we're not really used to these waters,
Yeah, that works.
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
Ariel! King Triton will not like this!
King Triton
don't
doesn't like a
worry.
lot. Easy for you to say. Okay, it's time for you to learn how to swim properly. Use the left stick to swim around. Press circle to rise and square to dive. Release them to stop rising or diving. Practice swimming with Flounder. Try to tag him. Alright, begin. And I'll do that in a second. We're gonna pause. trying to bring up the cast list so I could actually go over this in a second. If I can spell... I'd like to point out, apparently I can't spell Ariel. At least I could spell Jody. Art says, oh, hi. Time for DDR fishies. Not quite, Artsy. Fitty fun does not happen till Kingdom Hearts 2. And then Andy says, ain't no nutria being eaten here. Now, Turtle, you would eat Goofy, Andy. He would taste a little funny. Might as well get the episode part done. So yeah, we have arrived in Atlantica, and we have an issue because all three of our main characters are air breathing, and Atlantica is underwater. Sora brings up an issue with this, like, because brings up this as an issue, and Donald does say, "Hey, my magic will be fine." Considering Donald isn't very good at healing, we'll move on. Anyway, come to find out, Donald's magic does work fine as he teleports us into this tranquil grotto, as it's called, and he's turned Sora into a merman, Goofy into a turtle, and himself into a chimeric combination of a duck and a octopus. Because that's what we wanted to see today. A ductopus. But there's actually some interesting things to go here. With Sora being a humanoid, of course, he gets the merman thing. That's good. Goofy, because he works with a shield, it makes sense that he would have the big shell. So that's good on there. And so why does Donald, being a mage in this game, why does he get tentacles? Think about The Little Mermaid and what other magic character has tentacles. That's right. Donald is inspiration for his design. His Atlantica design is literally Ursula. But we do get Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian come see us, and they're saying we look kind of weird, and they're offering to teach us how to swim in these waters. So I should point out that we do have Jodie Benson returning as the voice of Ariel, was the original voice actress from the movie. We've got Kevin Michael Richardson as Sebastian. And he is not the original actor, though I don't believe. I am double checking that as we speak. No, he is not the original voice actor, but he has played Sebastian in quite a number of other Little Mermaid related media, especially looking like it starts in Ariel's beginning, which is the third straight-to-video movie, if I'm not mistaken. Lastly, we've got Flounder, who is being voiced by Eli Russell Linnitz, and that is also not his original voice actor, definitely because he's too young to have played Flounder back then. But, and he does not have that many speaking roles. This is the if I don't remember if Flounder speaks in subsequent Kingdom Hearts appearances, but this is the only time he voiced him for ever voiced him was for this game. So that is who played here. So basically all you gotta do here is follow the instructions, and you'll learn how to swim, and then we'll go from there. All right. Archie says, to be continued, low. Andy says, turtle is delicious. Maybe not the genetically modified Goofy Turtle hybrid, though. Artsy says, I do like Sora's Sharkman outfit. Also, yay, Jodie Benson! And then Dallas says, can't hear Under the Sea music without also thinking about the Simpsons version, lol. I have not seen that version. I will have to look that up. So, let's see if we can catch us a flounder. I caught a flounder once in Galveston. For as a fun little trivia matter. Yeah, this is not that hard, and it's just trying to teach you how to move in 3D, which is not horrible, but it's very easy to get turned around. Especially since in my mind, I think this is, I don't know if this is inverted or exverted. Dallas says, disclaimer, the Cellcast does not advocate using Kingdom Hearts Learn to Swim. No, I do not! For one thing, it's got inverted controls, it feels like. I don't know why they chose to do it like this instead of just, you know, having you swim forward and you control it with the right analog stick. I would think that would be better. This is still early 3D controls, though, when this game was made. So, there is that. The hardest part on this is figuring out where Flounder went, because you don't really see where he goes. You see a random direction he flies off in, or not flies off, swims off in. So you're at a significant disadvantage that Sora technically wouldn't be at.
No, let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Yeah?
Let's move on to self-defense. Here come the Heartless.
Class is over. Good luck.
So, self-defense by Hard Knocks? So once you catch Flounder a couple times, Sebastian's like, well, you're doing a good job. Let's move on to self-defense. And then Heartless attack. Defeat the Heartless, and maybe our friends will come back. All right.
Come on! Come on!
Oh, here's the other annoying thing. Everything falls like it's in gravity. So you have to go all the way down to the floor to get any of your stuff. Wow. Wow, nice. That's not a good aerial voice. Wow, nice job. Oh. No. And this is where this part starts to become a little annoying, is it's not telling me what I'm supposed to be doing. You would think that talking to Ariel would move things along, but all she says is, wow, nice job. I would assume I need to then talk to maybe Sebastian or Flounder, but neither of them are around here, so... Oh, they're hiding in there. How was I supposed to know? I was supposed to smack that. So yeah, once you defeat the Heartless, Ariel comes back, and she'll tell you you did a good job, but then you got to figure out how you're supposed to move on. And you'll notice that neither Flounder nor Sebastian are around. And if you're wondering where they're at, they're in the giant seashell, which you've got to smack. Doing so will let them out, and you'll get a save point. So go ahead and save your game, and after the cutscene, and it'll continue. To answer your question, Dallas, if early analog stick technology wasn't solid yet, I don't think they understood yet. This game, I don't even think I think in the original version of this, not the 1.5 remix version, I don't even think the right analog stick could control the camera. I think you still had to do it with L1 and R1, if I'm not mistaken. Thankfully, we don't have to do that anymore because that gets annoying very quickly. It's been a long time since I played the PS2 version, so I could be wrong on that. But the idea of the standard dual stick control method of movement just was not standard at this point in time. So that's why I just kind of wish you could do that. Wish they would have reprogrammed it like they did allow for the movement of the camera with the right analog stick. But it is what it is. Those creatures chased us here. Oh no, those monsters might be heading for the palace too. We better head back right away. But what if we run into more on our way back? I'm sorry, but we need your help. Please come to the palace with us. The trident markers on the walls point the way there. We won't get lost as long as we follow them. Okay, let's get going. And yeah, we can use Ariel in the party if we wish. Once again, I'm not going to. So, they talked that the Heartless may be heading towards the palace and we need to get there. But Flounder brings up the fact that, well, what if we run into more of those Heartless? Which makes me wonder why you're going to the palace if you can't protect yourself from the Heartless to begin with. But anyway, asks us to follow and says in order to get there, we just have to follow the trident markers that have been helpfully placed on the walls that were not there in the movie. But yeah, you then get to add Ariel to your party if you so desire. But once you do that, hit done and start making your way towards the palace. All right. Down where it's wetter, down where it's better, I need to save. Doobity beep 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 boop boopity boop boop doop boop boo. Atlantica. As we move into the next section, we finally get to see the Atlantica title screen. And I think this is the first one we've run into where Atlantica, or the title screen for the area, was not at the very beginning. It was after some gameplay segment, which is definitely different for this. So yeah, but yeah, continue through Atlantica to the palace. Artsy says Snow Atlantis, lol. This would have been around the time Atlantis was coming out, so probably they couldn't have worked that into the game even if they wanted to, or if they could make it fit. And Atlantis still hasn't made it into Kingdom Hearts, unfortunately. Maybe it will happen in the future. Dallas says, gonna crash. Have a great stream, bro. Thanks, man. Thank you for showing up and casting the deciding vote. Even though you technically got 2 votes. But I'm assuming one of those was Celeste, even if she's not in the room. But yeah, thank you, Dallas, and I'll catch you later, man. All right. Actually, I'm remembering, you had no control really over the camera. Your only way of really controlling the camera was to lock on and pray that whatever you locked on to was what you were trying to see, or in the direction of whatever it was you were trying to see. Otherwise, the camera was on automatic. It was the early days of 3D gaming still. It was And granted, they had figured out some things by this point, but it was still early.